Come be messing with me. 3 times a C. 3 times a C. Come be messing with me. 3 times a C. 3 times a C. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. 3 times a T. 3 times a T. Come be messing with me. Hey, 3-timers. I don't know what the hell just happened earlier, but when I tried to come in, it said that somebody canceled my Facebook Live. Like, what? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's crazy. But oh well, one monkey don't stop no show. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? Let's get extremely uncomfortable tonight with 3 times a T. Horoscopes, crystals, chakra, and chi. Okay. Hey, Ro, how you doing? Okay. Put some threes in the comments, y'all. Put some threes in the comments. Let me know y'all out here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into the show. So the show today, he wants the milk, but he don't want to buy the cow. He won't marry me, y'all. And also, is the only marriage that is acknowledged by God, does it have to be in the court system? Because I feel like back in the day, slaves used to jump the broom. What y'all think about it? Put that in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about not having to be tied by paperwork. That paperwork doesn't make a marriage. That a marriage is something that a union between two people and an agreement to be just with them only and nobody else. That's how I feel about a marriage. I feel like when you allow the government to put their 2 cents in it, that's when you start spending lots of cents just to get out of it. You understand what I'm saying? You end up having to pay to leave somebody when you could just, if you made a covenant with God and said, boom, I love him, or her, I want just us to be together, and y'all decide to do that and y'all honest with each other and make that shit happen, then that's fine. But other than that, I don't think that I have to go through the judicial system to prove that I'm with this one person. But when it comes down to legal shit like, we got to split property, kids, and stuff like that, you should be grown enough to not even need a judge to do that. But hey, to each his own. That's all I can say. Because a lot of people don't know how to come together and put shit to the side. So I'm gonna play this here. I thought this was hella funny. I don't know if y'all watch Black Ink with Caesar. And it was funny, but it was fucked up at the same time. Yes, hold up, y'all. Let me get y'all with this. Yeah. Okay.
Caesar, what the is wrong with you? That's not right. Are you dumb? Earrings? No, you did it.
Let us all bow our heads and take a moment of silence for my good friend Caesar for the dumbass mistake that he just made. Let his soul rest in peace.
What the?
On behalf of every woman in the world, you, Caesar!
That was hella embarrassing. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, how she felt about it. She laughed it off at the end of the show because I watched the actual episode. But hell no, don't play with me like that. Have everybody out there and act like you finna marry me. I don't care about no judicial system. You pull out something, act like you finna bend down on your knee. You better have a ring in that damn box. Or you're gonna have 2 rings around your motherfucking eyes. Period. Okay? So it's a lot of men that just won't get married. It's a lot of women that don't want to get married. Like as far as the, legal aspect of it. But I feel like a marriage is in here. It's not on paper. You know what I mean? So I was watching an old school video back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember when Eddie Murphy was really funny, when he was funny back in the day. How he talked about it on Raw. If you ever seen Raw, then y'all know what I'm talking about. And he basically said, this is how a lot of men look at marriage, which is nowadays it seems like marriage is not just to get married. It's a contract. It's a business. It's not, love is not even involved. It seems like these days. But yeah, I don't want to be in a marriage that's agreement like that. I want to be in a marriage that we truly love each other unconditionally, selflessly, all that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to drop down and let y'all watch this right quick.
So be careful. Get married. I went out, found the perfect woman, 19 years old, beautiful face, a virgin. Nobody ever fucked her. And I had an ass like this. Pow! And the ladies like, blam! The titties like, pow! She was so fine. She's one of the people that's so fine. When you see them, they make you ugly. You be like, God damn, who is that motherfucker? She was fine. I cut all my girls off. I said, that's it. I'm getting married. This is it. Gonna be me and her. I was so happy. And I went out and I went shopping. And I was waiting on the line. And I saw the Inquirer magazine while I was waiting on the line. And I saw Johnny Carson on the front page. There was a picture of him like this. Then I said, what's up with Johnny? I turned to the inside story, and his wife was on the other page, and she was like this. And over her head, it said, Johnny's wife wants half Johnny's money. I turned that shit back to Johnny. Then I started thinking about it. Half. If you have $5 and have to give somebody $250, you'd be upset. Johnny had to have at least $300 million and have to give up $150 million? And they weren't even married but 10 years and $150 million? Give me a fucking break. What? And ladies, here's a woman over saying, right on. No, you can't, baby, that's not fair. Not no $150 million. I see a lot of you ladies going, get all the money you can. Shit, I'm glad she did get all that money. She earned it. She earned it. That you damn right. She was married to him. She deserved that money. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. No. Stop it. No, don't get me wrong. If you marry somebody and neither one of you have anything and you build $300 million together, you deserve half. But Johnny was $300 million in when they met. And I'm quite sure she knew. And Johnny, hey, I'm Johnny. She was like, I know who you are, motherfucker. And they got married, broke up, shit didn't work out, and then he had to give $150 million of his money. And don't get me wrong, ladies, I know a lot of housewives sitting out there going, well, you can't put a price on what I do. But ladies, if you marry a man with $300 million, you ain't no regular housewife. You ain't got to clean the house no more. You get a maid. You ain't cleaning shit. You marry a man with $300 million, you ain't cooking no more. You eating out. You marry a man with $300 million, you know how a lot of housewives got to get jobs on the side to help make ends meet? He got $300 million, the ends are meeting like a motherfucker. What you gonna do, get a job at a boutique on the weekends and shit? Say, here, Johnny, I made $70, put that with the rest. Now we have $370. Because I want to do my share. No. All you have to do, you marry a man with $300 million, is fuck your husband. That's it. That's your job. Fuck your husband. That's it. That's just fuck your husband. You fill out a W-2. They say, what you do? You say, I fuck my husband. That's it. And I've had my share of pussy. I have yet, even if the pussy was great and sparks shot out the woman's ass and cannons bled and the mountains crumbled and the seas roared, no pussy is worth $150 million. No pussy.
See, that's where shit get the line get thin between having to have the judicial system in your marriage. You know what I mean? You can't just walk away from a marriage if you want to. You know what I mean? So my thing is, why even involve them? Do we have to? Or is that the only marriage God will acknowledge? I need y'all to come in. I need y'all to put something in the comments and let me know. Is that the only marriage that God acknowledges is the ones that are done by the judicial system of the world that we are not supposed to be of? Because God said don't be of the world, right? So let's find out. You know, if not legally, but in God's eyes, can you still be married without paperwork? Without a license, without going through a judge? Let's see how it go, y'all. Because I don't want to do that no more. I've been married. I don't want to do that no more. I'm gonna drop down.
I was recently asked if Christians can get married in the eyes of God without government registration. And if so, should they or shouldn't they? Well, I think the obvious and kind of immediate answer that comes to mind is yes, of course, Christians can get married in the eyes of God without government registration. They've been doing that for thousands of years. In fact, Adam and Eve obviously did not have a government to sanction their marriage. Instead, in the eyes of God, they were married. Even today, my wife and I, we live, of course, in the United States. And when we got married, our pastor married us. And I would argue that in the eyes of God, that's when my wife and I were actually married. But then at a later time, we filled out the appropriate government forms, the marriage license, and got that to be a part of the government sort of sanctioned marriage. So yes, Christians can get married without government registration. And in the eyes of God, they are actually married. God does not need government registration to recognize a marriage. However, Christians cannot get married in the eyes of the government without getting a marriage license. And the reason why they might want to get married in the eyes of the government is because when you get married by the government standards, you get all the protections and benefits and privileges that come with state-sanctioned matrimony. And of course, those are intended to help take care of and to promote and to nurture families that are formed when people get together and get married. That's, by the way, why I would recommend for Christians to not only get married in the eyes of God, but also to go the next step and get married in the eyes of the government as well, to get the marriage license. Because that way they can participate with the government and get those protections and privileges that come with state-sanctioned matrimony. By the way, I hope you recognize that the government is a God-given institution. God has given humanity 3 institutions to help it to flourish and to protect it, right? God's given us the church, God's given us the family, and God's given us the government. So the government is a God-given institution that is intended to help human beings flourish, to protect innocent people, to punish evildoers. And that's why when governments fail to do their job or they become corrupt, evil thrives and human beings don't flourish, okay? But notice, because the government is a God-given institution, it's appropriate for us to participate in this government-sanctioned matrimony and to get the privileges and the benefits that come with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, so long as the government has not, gone completely awry and is just, just horrifically evil. Then maybe you could argue, yeah, okay, so maybe you don't want to participate with everything the government does. But at least in our country, at this point, there's no reason why we can't, as Christians, participate even in getting married in the eyes of the government with a marriage license.
Now he feel like, okay, I hear him. I hear his point. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, why would I do that when I really don't have to? Like, I mean, what are the privileges? Can somebody tell me what are the privileges? I guess what, filing your taxes, insurance, what is the privileges you get that is so important that you have to go that far? Whereas if you decide that I want to leave this union and I don't want nobody in my business if I decide to leave this union. I just want to leave it. I don't want to have to pay to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? So I have a second opinion, which is a guy. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know sometimes I be having snafus. I have a guy that says he feels like to never get a marriage certificate because, it ties you into things that is going to cost you money. Bottom line, I don't want to have to pay to get rid of somebody. That's crazy. Because me, in my eyes, once I left you, I left you. If I left you mentally, why do I have to financially, pay to get rid of you? That's crazy. You know what I mean? And why does that paper make our marriage better than somebody else that have a union that is a covenant with God and don't need all of that? I'm just saying, because I don't feel like I need all of that. I feel like, once I say I love you, that's it. We together. Boom. You faithful. I'm faithful. We take care of our kids. You can file your taxes however you want to file. I can still put you on my insurance without being married to you. So that's how I feel. I just don't feel like I have to do that. But if you feel different, please come in and let me know. And give me a good reason why. You know what I mean? I'm going to drop down, let him preach to y'all right quick.
I thought I'd go ahead and spend some time trying to bring a little bit of education because I have a lot of people that are asking me questions. And I'm going to go ahead and do this, pinned in my last video. Listen, never get a marriage license. Never get a marriage license. Now, it's totally up to you. It's your prerogative. It's your choice if you want to get a marriage license. I mean, after all, anytime the government gives you license or grants you privileges for something that's already a right for you to do in the first place, they've got perks. They got benefits for it. You get to claim them as dependents. But I will tell you that the marriage contract has been one of the most expensive contracts that lawyers and court systems has used against the man. You don't have to have a state marriage license in order to be married. George Washington didn't have it. All right. Are you listening to me? Marriage license came into being, and most of you don't know because you've been dumped down to an unprecedented level, believing this paradigm, everything that this country sells you and everything that they tell you, you believe it, and you don't check out anything, and you assume that just because you put mental assent to it, that you're right, but you're wrong. Marriage, I thought I'd go ahead and spend some time trying to bring a little bit of education because I have a lot of people that are asking me questions. And I'm going to go ahead and do this, pinned in my last video. Listen, never get a marriage license. Never get a marriage license. Now, it's totally up to you. It's your prerogative. It's your choice if you want to get a marriage license. I mean, after all, anytime the government gives you license or grants you privileges for something that's already a right for you to do in the first place, they've got perks. They got benefits for it. You get to claim them as dependents. But I will tell you that the marriage contract has been one of the most expensive contracts that lawyers and court systems has used against the man. You don't have to have a state marriage license in order to be married. George Washington didn't have it. All right, are you listening to me? Marriage license came into being, and most of you don't know because you've been dumped down to an unprecedented level, believe in this paradigm. Everything that this country sells you and everything that they tell you, you believe it, and you don't check out anything, and you assume that just because you put mental assent to it, that you're right, but you're wrong. Marriage license came into play at the close of the 20th century, somewhere along in there, the early 1900s, because of miscegenation laws. In other words, they didn't want whites and blacks being married. Now, if they were going to let coloreds and whites, that's what they was calling them back then, be married, they was going to regulate it. And that regulation gave the government control over the fruit of that union. That's the sole purpose of marriage license. You don't believe me? I dare you go check it out. You think as a parent that those children are yours, but as soon as you get a marriage license and then you go to the hospital and sign a birth certificate, then you get a social security number on top of that, you all but finished. That's why when the DHS come knocking at your door, or when they go to your public school system and take your children and shoot them up with it, snake venom and monkey pus, and do whatever they want, you may get upset, but you better not say a word, because remember, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You opted into this. They didn't disclose the terms and agreement to you when you signed that marriage license. There is a big old law right behind that little certificate that you get. And you are nothing more than a babysitter to your children. Now, you can get mad, you can get upset, all you want, but I dare you to go check me out. See what it says. See what I say. Check me out, see if what I'm saying is so. Because you'll be a whole lot better off if you got married and got a family Bible and signed it. Do like the rich people do, draw up a contract or what's called a prenuptial agreement, hold each other to the fire, because today people's word don't mean nothing. You can see that today. People's word don't mean nothing, and people just simply not going to do what the scriptures say. But if you want to protect yourself, never get a marriage license. And if a woman says that she's not going to marry you, or she's not going to marry you until you get a license, then guess what? You know that's not the woman for you. That's the truth. Shalom.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
So my boyfriend and I have been together for 6.5 years, and we
Okay.
have 3 kids together.
Okay.
A few months ago, we went to pick out a ring for him to propose to me with. He's made payments on the ring and has paid the ring off. The problem is that it's now sitting in our nightstand next to our bed at home. He claims that he wants to give me a nice proposal, but I honestly just want the ring. How can I get him to hurry up and propose?
Ooh, this answer is not good. That's in my head. I'm not going to say it, but I was going to say whatever you did to get him to stay with you 6.5 years and have 3 kids, just do that. He should marry you. He should marry you.
Right. Yeah.
You've done everything for what? You've given him a home, a family, a life. He owes you a ring. Put the damn ring on and take his ass down to the court. I want you to be married. I think you deserve a proposal.
Okay.
But you have to make a demand. Say, sweetheart, this is it. This has gone long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Propose to me Saturday, however you want to do it. and through 2 months later, we're getting married. How I want to do it.
Okay.
What are you gonna say? No?
He might.
What if he says no? Then what? What? It's no now.
True. That's it. You're
It's-
right.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you lose if he says no?
You're right.
You deserve to get what you want out of the deal. And if he gives you what,
Why would you want to have to force somebody to marry you or bring it up though? That's my thing. So I agree with old dude in the beginning. We can sit up and write a contract. Excuse me, y'all. All the shit. We could do that. We don't got to go through the judicial system to do anything. Because I don't want nobody else to determine how I leave or go when a situation is over for me. So I don't know about y'all. What y'all let me know, because I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna beg no man to marry me. And I ain't gonna keep trying to tell you over and over again that, I'm that one. You know what I mean? If you don't see I'm the one, then guess what? Somebody else will. You understand me? And you need to start paying attention to the signs that he won't commit to you. It's not about marriage. He won't commit to you. He won't marry you because, or do an agreement with you to make sure that y'all are in on the same page. Move on about your business, bro. Because it's too many people out here that want the same thing. What makes you the one, Derek? What you mean? What make you the one? The one is the person that you feel like you can spend the rest of your life with, the person that you feel like that understands you, that gives you selfless love, unconditional love, unwavering love. That I'm talking about loyalty. That is the one. I mean, if she around, she ain't did nothing wrong. She doing what she's supposed to do as a woman, and y'all been together a certain amount of time. It's time to either man up with that contract, because I don't need no actual judicial system for my marriage. But what you mean? What I'm bringing to the table? Everything. I'm gonna bring everything to the table. Everything. I'm gonna do what a wife's supposed to do. I'm a Southern woman. I know what to do as a wife. But as long as he doing what he need to do as a husband. But nowadays, everybody is doing 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if you doing 50-50, if I got to go to work, you got to go to work, then we're going to do everything 50-50. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm staying at home and you are a husband, and you ain't no reason you should come home and your house not clean. Ain't no reason you should come home and you don't have no food cooked. Ain't no reason you shouldn't come home and be happy in your place of dwelling. So yeah, I know what to bring to the table. And I feel like I'm not going to force a man to do shit like that. I'm not going to ask him, do you want to get married? If he want to marry me, he better come and marry me. Or after a certain amount of time, nigga, I'm going to move around. And I ain't talking about through the judicial system. We could go sign up a contract just between us and God. And that's that on that. So if that's, not what you want, then you need to let each other know. Communication is so important. You know what I'm saying? Because sitting around pretending like you're going to marry somebody, that shit don't work. And you got to learn, everybody don't want the same damn thing. I'm talking shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm talking the real shit. But yeah, like I said, duh. Yeah. So, sis, if you got any of them problems, move on. Move on. Because if that ain't what you looking for, because he ain't ready. Whoever, if you got any of them signs, he ain't ready. That's just to let you know that. So, make sure y'all on the same page. Like I said, make sure y'all on the same page. Because it's a waste of time. You don't want to waste each other's time. You don't want to do that. All right, so that's the end of that situation. We're going to get into the chakras. So, I don't know if y'all know about the chakras. The throat chakra is what we're going to talk about tonight. The throat chakra. Okay? So, we're going to try to start opening up these throat chakras so we can learn to communicate. Communicate with your spouse. Communicate with your family. Learn how to communicate. So, okay. Boom. First of all, we need to learn what the throat chakra is. Okay? So, if we're going to get a video on that and get y'all knowing what that is or what is the throat chakra. Okay? Learn how to open up your windpipe and open up your mouth, baby. Because communication rule the nation.
In this video, I'll be continuing our chakra series, and I'll be talking about the throat chakra. The throat chakra is located at the center of our throat and is our connection between the grounded chakras, your root, solar plexus, sacral, and heart, as well as our higher dimensional chakras such as our third eye and crown. This is where a lot of negative energy often resides, as there is a sort of energetic loop that goes throughout our body, and both loops, the lower and top chakras, converge at the throat chakra. And it is one of our lowest, higher energy chakras within the body. The throat chakra controls our speech and our abilities to listen to others. It isn't all about conveying the message and saying as much as you want. It's also about listening to others and allowing their ideas and opinions to be heard. When this chakra is thrown off balance, it causes us to speak over these people and not allow their ideas to be heard. It can also cause us to force our opinions on others and speak without listening at all and engaging in a discussion. The throat chakra as well also controls our sort of anxiety and our connection with life. When things are thrown off, it can cause a lot of anxiety and it can cause us to distance ourselves and sort of forget the reality that we are in. But when things are just right with the chakra, it helps us express our true feelings. Connecting with the heart chakra, it can confess our loves to others that are around us. And when connecting it to the higher chakras, it can help us communicate with the spirits around us, including those in the etheric realm. It can also help improve our intuitive abilities. The throat chakra is often associated with a light to deep blue crystal. One example is blue lace agate and another is lapis lazuli. Both really help with communication and opening the chakra up when needed and closing it back down when it's not. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to see the rest of our videos in the chakra series and click on the playlist below.
And just do whatever you feel. Just do whatever you feel.
So basically, the way to opening your throat chakra also helps you to learn to listen, to be quiet, to hear other people's opinion. Have you ever been around somebody that they finish your sentence before you finish it? They don't even, and then half time they're wrong. You know what I mean? They got a closed throat chakra. You're not be able to express yourself. So you need to start focusing on these chakras so we can get some centeredness, some chi. We need to learn how to be able to communicate with each other without, having these different discretions in us, because the things that happen to us in life closes these chakras. So we're going to figure out how we're going to open them up. Okay. One, there is 2 videos that I'm going to play back to back. And one is a crystal that you can use. You know, I do crystals. And the other one is just an exercise that you can use to open up your throat chakra. They're very short videos, so I'm playing them together, okay? But yeah. We're going to do the crystal one first because that, you know, I feel like, you know, we're going to learn something, and then we'll go to the way to open it, okay? Y'all hold tight with me.
I'd like to use this teddy bear to demonstrate the various locations of the chakras in our bodies. The throat chakra is located approximately at the base of your throat. For the throat chakra, I love to use blue lace agate. It is actually my favorite for this particular chakra. If you'd like to try something different, you may want to try blue chalcedony.
If you've accepted
And just do whatever you feel good. Oh, you can shake your body too. In the meantime, we gonna make it like shake your entire body. Wow, I feel totally when I do that. My energy, my whole body, it just like waves, you know, moves every little part of my seal and my joints, my muscles. Just
But be careful, you're killing the cactus on the
I don't want to kill the little
You're
cactus.
stomping on the cactus and you're
I give the
opening
cactus.
up your 5th chakra.
Oh my God.
See that? Your shoe, you're going to get it in your foot.
That's how you open. That's one of the tactics you can open up your throat chakra. There's other ones that you can look up on YouTube, but yelling in an argument is not opening up your throat chakra. It's just get that out there, okay? I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me and 3 times a T, Extremely Uncomfortable Conversations. I don't know, I've been having computer issues, and I'm looking at the film and I look stagnant. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a lot of people online right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all an inspiration, and I'll see you the next time I pull up. And I appreciate you chilling with me tonight, and I'll see you guys later. But first, without an inspiration. So I want y'all to understand: do you, be you. Don't give a fuck what nobody think, because if you living for what people think, you ain't living, baby. Okay? So we're gonna have to figure out what exactly is going on with these electronics. And also, I just found out a good friend passed, a really good friend. So that's also affected me a little. So I'm going to end the show kind of early. But I want you guys to let you know it's okay to be different. It's okay to be you. Do you. Fuck everybody. Period. Fuck everybody. Do you. If you don't want to get married with a certificate, don't get married with a certificate. If you want to get a certificate, get a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you want to do it. Just do you.
if you've accepted that where you are is where you're going to be, you've already lost.
But something else burned inside me. Something burned inside me. I wanted to be different. I was determined to be unique. I was driven to think big and to dream big.
We are being raised in a generation of people that come up with every excuse in the book as to why they are not winning. You are the reason you're not winning. It's time you get off the pity potty. Stop complaining about being out of shape when you never go to the gym. Stop looking at your stomach when you get out of the shower and your body and complaining about the way you look when you're eating everything in sight and never going to the gym. I don't feel sorry for you. You feel sorry for yourself. That's the problem.
You never want to fail because you didn't work hard enough. I never wanted to lose a competition because I didn't work hard enough. I always believed leaving no stone unturned.
It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you. It's necessary to know that a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation, that you are an uncommon breed. You know, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one.
If you don't believe, who else will? You got to believe in yourself. You are the one. You can make it happen. You can do anything you want to do whenever you want to do it. Just do it. Just do it like Nike. So if it's not getting done, who can you blame? All right, 3-timers. I'll see you guys later. Put some 3s in the comments. I love y'all. See y'all on my next show. Bye. 3 times the TA. 3s in the comments.